What is going on, guys? DBG here, and today, lads, we're going to be talking about something in my team that this isn't a major mistake. It's really not, but if you can tell, if you know the whole context behind this, it's more so it's not a major mistake, but from the outside looking in, you're like, how did they mess it up? And I'm gonna explain in a little bit. First of all, if you are a player who doesn't have PS Plus or Xbox Premium, and times are tough, man, times are tough. Not everyone does. No point. What's the point of playing the season? But for me, I think that all main grinds, I think this is the way I think the game mode should be. The unlimited rewards for online modes need to be better. But for every main grind, which is level 40 Christmas grind, as if anything is seen as the main reason to log in and play the game, it needs to be accessible. Because accessibility is the biggest issue with my team, and 2K have done a really good job at being accessible. Which is why this is so frustrating. Everyone being like, oh, people are just complaining without offering any solutions. The easiest solution is literally just do what they did last week. That is the solution. That is the solution to all of this. Do what you did last week. That's the solution. And that's why it's so frustrating, is that they clearly don't know what they do well when they do it well. And they don't know why things work. So, and for everyone that's like, oh, 2K has all the data and making their all decisions based on the data. Man, if you've seen, not only good trends are down, it takes longer to find games. Less of the high tier cards are on the auction house unless they go and juice the odds than last year. Freaking YouTube views down across the board. Interactions with 2K's tweets down across the board. And it's not just in the smaller community. The game mode is in a horrendous position. People don't give a damn. People don't give a damn. They don't give a damn. And stuff that 2K have done in the last while to bring people into the game, like the Christmas event, was really good. And I thought that this event right here would bring a lot of people in the game. But right now, all they have done is made it so that a large percentage of the player base, and for those of you guys thinking, oh, this is a smaller percentage, maybe you're an online player. This is how to prove that offline players rule all. Look who the most used point guard is. These are the most used cards in my team. A LeBron card that was free. If you started this game late, he was free. A lot of people got him for free. If not, they got him for it flashed up as a pay 15,000 VC and get this card. Bradley Beal, free card. Nobody, very few people use them online. People are using Beal and Jaren Jackson. I haven't seen a DeAndre Ayton online yet. I haven't seen a Ja Morant Evo card used online in about a month. But he's still the most used point guard in the game. What does that show? The vast majority of players that play this game offline. And what have 2K done? They've done a really, really good thing, by the way. And this, maybe it's because we look at when 2K do something good and it's like, okay, cool, that's good. Instead of go on and celebrate like they've just won, they've just done the greatest thing in the history of gaming. Maybe they don't realize unless we celebrate like it's the greatest thing in the history of gaming that it's actually something good. Maybe they don't. So, if you guys know anything about this grind right here, this grind, the only thing people complained about was that they thought Bam at a buy was the main reward sucked, and they thought a few of the cards sucked. But nobody complained about the way that this grind was done. Every one of these grinds could be comboed, by the way. So you could do Jalen, say if you only started playing on Christmas Day was, or the day after Christmas was John Stockton. So if you got the game Christmas Day, Jerry Stackhouse was the last player. While getting Jerry Stackhouse and Mike Miller, you probably got all of these other cards combined just from naturally playing the game. So it was a really good thing, is that every one of these days, it was maybe 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and you got them from just naturally playing the game, which is the perfect reward. And also, if you wanted to get these on every single one of these on the day it came out, this totaled probably 20 hours. So you spent 20 hours playing the game, but if you came late, it was only an hour or two to catch up. So you either had the choice of getting these cards the day they came out and getting to use them the day they came out, or spending less total time getting the cards but not being able to get the cards on the day they came out. So it was a really, really cool concept. As well as that, you could do it in any game mode. There was nothing tied to certain game modes. So you could play the game however you wanted to play the game. And there's a reason why these are some of the most popular cards in the game. Because again, 300 points, you get Bradley Beal. Everyone got Bradley Beal. He was like 40 blocks or something. Naturally, everyone got that. So everyone's getting these cards from just playing the game. They're like, oh, cool, I got these free pink diamonds. And then with this thing right here. So you see here, for the same part, you can either get 15 triple threat online or 30 triple threat offline. 30 clutch time offline, 15 clutch time online wins. So everyone like is looking at this. Sure, there is a complaint. Oh, why is it twice as long for offline than online? Maybe not twice as long. I think that might be a bit overkill, but it should take longer to get it. If you're doing wins in game modes, it should take longer to get cards offline than get cards online. But then they went back to Friday, Tuesday takeover grinds. Okay, cool, with Sean Marion. But then for this one right here, you need to play 4 different online modes. So basically, for anyone who can't play online, whether that's because you don't have good enough internet, or whether that's because you don't have, you just don't have the means to play online, or you just don't want to play online. There's guys that just will not play this game online. Straight up will not play this game. And each to their own. Play the game how you want to. And that seems to have been the way a lot of things happened. Cool, if you're an offline player. If you're an offline player, it might take a little bit longer, but there's something there for you if you're an offline player. And now, if you are an offline player, if you have no ability to play this game online, you can't get EGN. So we have another like 2 weeks left of this grind. You can't get them. You just can't. You just physically can't. So the whole game, realistically, because every other reward is a copy paste. Every other reward is a copy paste. If you want to do anything in this season that is new content, and then again, even with Zach LaVine, you can do it online or offline. But if you want to do anything other than level 40, that is new content now. They've set a precedent that you have to play this game on. You have to have this game online. You can't actually complete anything without playing this game online. And everyone's being like, oh, but like you should have to play online. Do you want to know? I'm going to put in a solution that would perfectly, and I mean perfectly, improve this. You see hopping into LNY. So you see these 4 online modes. Unlimited, CTO, TTO, or co-op. See these 4 ones? Make all these 5 dunks. And then just make it those 4. You get 5 dunks in those 4 modes, and you get Larry Nance. Or even if you want to make it 10. The issue isn't it takes too long. It doesn't take too long. Even if you want to make it 10 dunks in all 4 of these modes, which could be a pain. Which would be a pain. But make it 10 dunks in all of those modes, and you get Larry Nance. 5 dunks would be ideal, but 2K are not going to do that. They always need to punish the player base. And then, hopping into NY brackets offline, where you needed to get 20 dunks in triple threat offline, or 30 dunks in triple threat offline, and 30 dunks in clutch time offline. It will take longer than this whole thing, but even though the issue isn't with how long it takes, even though both of them would probably take that little bit longer, it takes away the fact that there are certain players that can't do it. So it's a slight inconvenience to fix a major problem. And I would have thought that the way they did Season 3, the way that they did this, that they realized, okay, we have an issue of people wanting to do grinds offline, but also if they want to do it offline, we have to make it harder. Just like when they do with Evos in All-Star and 2K22. So it's like on Friday, it seemed like, okay, yeah, we know what the players want. We know that the players want to have a choice of online or offline. We think this is what players want. And then we realized 3 days later that they just looked into this. They actually haven't a freaking clue. They actually haven't a freaking clue. They just looked into deciding to do this, and then they actually are completely clueless and they make it online only. So for anyone who has no access to get this game offline, plays game online, I'm sorry, you can't get Ichiganian. 2 days into the grind, you can't get them. So there's no point going for these every day. There's no point playing these every day. If you can't play this game online, literally just go, unless the card you really want that's available offline, there's no point. So like if they come out with like a garbage man, you have the advantage anyway. If they come out with like a garbage man card, you don't have to get them just for the sake of getting E, because it's physically impossible for you guys to get E. And that's where one of the most annoying things with this whole situation is that 2K literally 3 days ago showed that they can do the right thing. And everyone being like, oh, people never offer solutions. The solution is for 2K to literally do what they did. And I think it's one of two things. They either are overthinking or not thinking at all. It's one or the other. And I think both of these could cause what happened. So I think what they're realizing is is that because they're not putting in because they didn't put in individual rewards for game modes, that they're needing to incentivize people to play every single mode. And again, they took out the freaking Friday takeovers, so they're trying to incentivize people to play every single game mode. And without any sort of rewards, they're trying to do this. But by doing that, by trying to incentivize people to play everything, you're not actually really doing that. All you're doing is you're incentivizing the people that are just mindlessly grinding. And the people that mindlessly just grinding for cards and playing these game modes aren't actually playing these game modes for enjoyment. You're not gonna, nobody that's grinding for this card that you are getting to play unlimited after they get their 5 dunks. What they're going to do is they're going to get their 5 dunks, and they're probably not going to, that doesn't play unlimited, they're going to get their 5 dunks, they're going to lose the game by 40, and they're just going to play, they're just basically AFK the game. Oh, I know you can't actually AFK the game, but like, and then they're going to AFK the limited game, AFK the Clutch Time online games. They don't even have to play it. If they don't want it, they just won't play it. It's just going to lead to an AFK issue. Where, and then you have not only done that, you've barely incentivized people to do anything, but not only that is you've turned off what is the majority of the fan base who are offline players. Like, it makes, like, everyone's being like, oh, they have the data, they have the data, they have the data. There is no data that will there is no data that can back up the inconsistencies in decisions made by 2K. Every single decision seems like it is, everything they do is reactive. They're never proactive with everything. Everything's reactive. Like, I can almost guarantee we're not going to see any more online achievements, online requirements right now, because people are losing their crap at it right now because they're reactive to everything. Why not be a little bit proactive for once? Why not be a little bit proactive? Heck, you guys hate me. That's fine. I've seen a video from Most Ballin saying he'd work for you guys for free. He cares that much about this game. He's a damn next maker. Employ him for free. Take his work for free. Those next makers are already working for you guys for free. I know you guys hate me. So everything I say is in ear one ear, out the other. I know, like, freaking, I'm out here getting unfollowed on Twitter by half the freaking dev team. But, like, come on. It's just inconsistencies. It's just inconsistencies. And the reason why I'm so angry is it's not about, they know what they're doing. They clearly know what they're doing. Maybe they don't, but I hope they know what they're doing. Because this is good. This is really, really good. This is how you implement content. This is how you implement content. The blueprint is there from what they have done. That's the reason why every suggestion that we're making is literally something they've done in the past. Isn't that sad? Isn't that sad that every suggestion that we make on how to improve the game is literally saying to do something that 2K done in the past? That's just sad.